So good morning, friends. Let us start on the Big Data Certifications workshop. And today I will again go very briefly about the Big Data Lab. So good morning, friends. Let us start on the Big Data Certification. Very quickly on the lab, and then we will get into the main agenda, which is Hortonworks certifications for today's session. Okay, and then I will come up with a plan where you can start start preparing for the certification in a structured manner. I will create the platform. Uh, I will define the process. Okay, just give me a moment. Let me mute everyone. Mute on entry. Now I am sharing my screen. You will be able to see within a moment, and then we can start. Okay, so over the weekend, we are glad to announce now Big Data Lab from Versity is generally available with full price, and this is the blog which I have created just to understand our platform. So anytime you want to know, you can come to this blog, and it will give you overview about how to access the lab. So the first one will be overview, which will explain what all platforms we have. It will give brief introduction about the YouTube channel, website, forums, labs and plans, and then special discounts. And then these are the steps. These are sections about how to sign up for lab and how you will get the support using our forums, which is discuss.itversity.com. And then we not only support people who will be using our lab, we will be helping others also who are using Cloudera Quick.VM or Hortonworks Sandbox also. And then first, before actually start using any environment, you need to confirm what all are available on it, be it for the certification perspective or for your project perspective. First, you need to make sure whether all the required stuff are available or not. So in a series of videos, I'm trying to explain how to access somebody and get the necessary information to review the lab. And also I'm getting into a little bit in detail about how to make sure that all the tools are to make sure that all the tools required by you are available on the lab. And also it will make sure that you test those things and confirm that you are ready to go. Okay, so whoever come to my lab, I would like to go through this center blog and make sure execute whatever I have mentioned here. Whether you understand them or not, it doesn't matter. You just have to go step by step and ensure that all the stuff are working for you, and then only proceed further. So this blog will give the details. I am pasting this link in the chart as well as in the Hangout page. Just give me a moment. Yeah, it is here. So within this week, all the videos will be available for you, or all the content on in the blog will be available to ensure that all the components in a big data lab or whatever environment you choose are tested by you. Okay, so this is the starting point. I will not get into too many details about everything, but for you, you should go through it. Make sure you understand before start using the lab once you sign up. I will briefly give overview about how to sign up for the lab. If you are new to our environment, we used to have a website called bigdatalabs.com. Now it is being changed to labs.itversity.com. People can come to Big Data Labs also, but it will redirect to this labs.itversity.com. And here you can sign up or sign in using social authentication or even local authentication. You can choose whatever you want. And then if you are not signed up for the lab by paying for our plans, then you will go to the plans. It will look like this. The plans page will look like this. You can come to this once you log in. You can come to this anytime by just changing this URL. And here you can see there are 4 different plans. It is $14.95 for 31 days, $34.95 for 93 days, $54.95 for 185 days, and then there is a 2-year plan for students. And for students, they cannot pay directly. When I say students, it's college going students. They have to click on this contact us URL, and we provide details about how to avail this facility. They have to give their email ID, college email ID, and copy of their college ID card, and then we will make the payment directly through PayPal account. We don't take payments from credit card or debit card for students. The reason is they charge 2%, almost 3.5% for each of the transactions. Already the price is very competitive, and students will have a little bit bandwidth compared to working professionals. So we don't want to take the payments using credit card or debit card. That being said, if something goes wrong, PayPal also allows you to get the refund, and you can file. It means if you are not happy within a certain stipulated time, if you want to get the refund, you can raise it in PayPal, and it will refund for you. Okay, so this is how students can avail the facility, and you will get up to 2 years. It's not that every student will get for 2 years. It all depends upon when the student will pass out. We want to give only till the date when he pass out. So if you are in first semester, you will get up to 2 years. If you are in third semester, you will get up to 1 year. But if you are taking too much time to complete your graduation, still we will only give it for 2 years. After that, you have to extend further if you are interested. Okay, so these are the plans. The payment gateway is PayPal. For the international or non-US or non-North America folks, your credit card company might not let you to pay because this company is US registered. In that case, you have to either speak with your credit card or debit card company to enable the international payments, or if you set up the PayPal account, you can pay through PayPal. So those 2 are the options. Preferably, I will recommend you to go through your credit card or debit card company to make sure they enable the international payments and pay using your credit card, debit card for these 3 plans. Okay, so 1 minute. Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't know how to minimize it. This okay, let me do this. Participants. It is not letting me. I don't know how to. This WebEx is irritating. By default, it will enable this. That is fine. Hey Min, if you can please disable the video so that it will not. Ideally, there should be an icon here to minimize. Yeah, now I got it. Okay. So these are the plans. You can subscribe for the lab and you can start exploring. Even if you want to extend, we are changing the interface a little bit. So when you actually go to the lab page, here itself your subscription will be displayed, and there will be a button which will say extend now, and you can extend at any point in time. And also we'll be sending notifications in last 15 days if your lab is about to expire. And even after expiration, we will keep your data and everything for 2 to 3 days, and then we will drop your user from the lab, which means that your data will be gone. Okay, and then support in case of any issues. You have this forums link. Just click on this, and you will have, it will take you to the big data labs category, and all big data labs related issues has to be logged under this. Here you will not be able to raise the topic. In rest of the platform, you can create the topic by saying new topic, but under big data labs, only administrators can create topics. This is to make sure that only to make sure that there is no redundancy while creating the topics. So you might feel a little bit irritating when you come here for the first time, because you cannot create topic in big data labs by saying new topic like I am seeing. But what you have to do is, there will be 15 or 20 topics which will be standard. All the others will be deleted from this. So you have to go through that, or you have to search for relevant topic for you in this category, and just reply. For example, if you have issue with renewals, okay, you just click on reply, and we will try to provide information about how to reproduce the issue if we need certain information. And go through the steps which are explained to share the necessary information for that topic, and then go through those steps, and you can type and you can upload by clicking on this, and then it will be easier for us to address those issues. Okay, so eventually there will be 15 to 20 topics in this category, which will be relevant for you if you have any issues accessing the lab. Okay, so that is about lab, and now we'll get into Hortonworks certifications. Last week we have covered Cloudera certifications. Now we will talk about Hortonworks certification. So there is some question. Shashi, we need to watch your channel in YouTube and practice here. Is it correct? All the demo files are already provided in the cluster. That is correct. You have to go through the content on our platforms, not just YouTube channel. YouTube channel will have the video content, and also we have itversity.com, which is a website which will have courses and blogs. You can click on courses here, and it will give you all the courses which we have. Okay, and most of these courses going forward will be created based on the lab. For example, our most successful course is CCS, Spark, and Hadoop Developer. Okay, you can go through this, and yeah, you can start practicing this on the lab. Okay, going forward, all the courses will be created using the lab, primarily the lab, and sometimes I will do demo using virtual machines also. So first I will recommend to go to this URL, courses, and see if you find any course relevant to you, and then go to that course. For videos, these courses will have links to the YouTube videos. And then for code snippets, for example, if we go to this latest blog, which is about big data training platforms, if you scroll down, you can see the code snippets like this. So you don't need to go to my GitHub account and then execute that in the lab. You can directly use this as the template, and you can improvise on it if you want to do something else. Okay, so try to check whether the course is available in itversity. If not, then use YouTube. Eventually I want to bring almost all the important courses which are there in YouTube to itversity.com website. And then for support, at the bottom, for all the courses, you will have a relevant topic in discuss.itversity.com. For example, again, I'm going back to the courses, and I'm going to CCS, Spark, and Hadoop Developer. So for example, your in this topic, and where you are trying to explore scoop. Okay, and you have some issue while running it, and you see here, start the discussion at discuss.itversity.com. You just click on this, and then you can actually raise any doubts on that topic, and then we'll be glad to assist you. No, this is not admin lab. Admin lab is not cannot be provided at that cost. In future, we are coming. We are working. We'll be coming up with admin labs very soon in near future, but it will be a lot more expensive. It will be in the range of $500 per month for HDP or Hadoop admin labs. We'll try to support Cloudera, Hortonworks for now, and probably later we will add Mapper also. So content will be there in YouTube or website, but you will be getting a dedicated server of 32 GB or 64 GB. You will be setting up a 7-node cluster, and if you have any questions, we will try to support you 24/7 using discuss.itversity.com, and from there you can build the skills required to become Hadoop administrator. So make sure you have that 1 month bandwidth where you can spend at least 300 or 400 hours and practice big data extensively in that 1 month. We will announce the details when we actually start supporting it. Okay. For now, we only provide lab for big data developers, not for the administrators. Okay, so now let us get on to the next main agenda on this YouTube live session, which is Hortonworks certifications. Last week we have covered Cloudera certifications. I have given overview about them. If you are interested to go back to that, you just have to go to Big Data certifications. Let me show the details. Okay, so this is the, I think this is the number is wrong. This is not Cloudera certification. I will add all those things in the playlist, and I will change the names also. You can go through it, and you can understand overview about Cloudera certification workshop. All the videos which are there part of the blog are here. Just filter out for the workshop videos for the YouTube live sessions. I will change the naming convention a little bit so that you understand what each video is all about. Okay. So if you want, I will also annotate the previous session so that you can understand details about Cloudera certifications. Now let us get into the details about Hortonworks certifications. So hortonworks.com is the website, and then somewhere they should have yeah, here is we will search for certifications. Okay, and here, yeah, so this is the URL, hortonworks.com training certification. And then there are a bunch of, 1 minute. So for now, there is no recording uploaded for Cloudera certification workshop. There is. So last session, I just gave overview about Cloudera certifications. Okay. If there is that video, let me confirm where it is. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is the one. This is the Cloudera certification overview. Let me name it. Okay, and then let me name this one also, Hortonworks certifications overview. So these are just to overview about what all certifications they provide. Regarding courses, we will get into the details starting from next session, and we will have a structured process where I will be giving exercise for which are enough for 2 weeks, and then you try to accomplish those things within the 2 weeks, and try to plan to give a certification within 2 to 3 month range. So I will come up with a plan where you can follow that plan, and if you follow as I have mentioned, you will be able to clear the certification, any developer certification at least within 2 to 3 months time frame. Okay, so that is the main purpose of this YouTube live sessions. Okay, so now these are the certifications that are available in Hortonworks. And with respect to big data development, I do not recommend anyone to go more than one certification. There are certain exceptions, but typically don't go for multiple certifications by spending a lot of money. Just to give one certification, that is more than enough to get enough traction and confidence to face the interviews and all. But don't give too many certifications unless they add value. I will explain when to give multiple certifications and when not to give multiple certifications all as part of this. So here there are multiple certifications with respect to Hortonworks. One is HDP-CD. Second one is HDP-CD Spark, which is the latest one with respect to Spark. Third one is HDP-CD Java, which is for Java-based Hadoop developers. And then administrator, HDP-CA for administrator. And then there is something called Hortonworks Certified Associate. So this one is just fundamental skills required to progress, and the most of the questions will be theoretical. They cover breadth of all the technologies, and make sure you understand the terms. So if you go through this curriculum of HCA, which is the most basic certification in the entire big data certifications, not just Hortonworks, but entire big data certifications, it's the most basic certification. There will be 40 questions with a passing score of 75%. So you have to get at least 30 questions right. They only test whether you understand these terms or not, and then whether you will be able to understand some of the syntax of these things. So even if you write hello world program or simple query in each of these environments, most likely you will be able to clear the certification. Okay, but I don't recommend anyone to go with this. It will not add much value to your profile. It might give some value because you have taken one certification, but from technical skills perspective, you don't gain much of knowledge if you go through this certification. Okay, and then I don't recommend anyone to go with this unless your manager asks you to go for it, and if it is sponsored by company. And then 1 minute. And then HDP-CA is primarily for administrators. So if you go to the details, this is a scenario-based exam. It's not like they will give 70 questions and you have to get 70% out of it, like or 60 questions and you have to get 70% out of it, like Cloudera certified Cloudera certification for administrators. This is one of very good exams where you will be given a lab with 4 to 5 nodes, and then they will give scenarios about adding a node to the cluster, something like that. Okay, and you can go through exam objectives to understand what all they will test as part of the exam. View objectives. their website is very sloppy. Okay, now you can see the objectives of HDPCA. They talk about installation. Installation in the sense you should be familiar about how to set up a Hortonworks cluster. As part of this, typically they give exercise questions in exam to add a node to the cluster or decommission a node from the cluster, something like that. And then as part of configuration, if you have to change any of the if you have to make any configuration changes to the existing clusters, these are the things which they will test, troubleshooting, high availability, etc. And again, with respect to this course, I have a playlist in YouTube. So you just with respect to this certification, if you go to my channel, go to playlists, or you can also use this search bar and just say HDPCA. And also you can actually go to big data certifications section, just click on it, and then you can see this playlist. Okay, and yeah, I have gone through step by step in detail. I have gone through details step by step, covering the curriculum of the certification. And also, Hortonworks provide a practice exam on AWS, and I have demonstrated for each and every every task given in the practice exam as part of this playlist. So if you follow this, you can confidently give the certification. And this certification is a little bit complicated. You have to practice quite a bit, and then you can go ahead and give the certification. There are few folks who have acknowledged that they have cleared the certification, but it's not very easy, and I don't guarantee that you will be clearing with 100% confidence. There will be some surprises at the time of the exam, so it all depends upon you, about your understanding about the technologies to clear the certification. But the practice exam will give you an idea about what type of questions you will get. Okay, as long as you are very comfortable with Linux and playing with the cluster with enough hands-on experience, the probability of clearing the certification is very high. If you just go through videos without practicing, you will not be able to clear the certification at all. Okay, that I can say with 100% guarantee. Unless you do hands-on, you cannot clear this certification. And then this is the only certification for administrators. And then if you go back to the page, so this is the main URL, hortonworks.com training certification. If you go here, they will give details about all the certifications. And then the next certification is HDP Certified Java Developer. Okay, and they provide a practice exam for this certification also. So you can actually go through those steps. But I have a YouTube playlist for this as well. So now again, if I go to this, go back to that big data certifications page. So this is the playlist. Okay, I have covered almost 80-85% of their curriculum. Still, there are certain things which I have to cover, and I'm not getting time. Probably within next couple of months, I will be closing it up with 100% content. But even now, people are clearing the certification by going through this. But for this also, you have to give a practice exam. Practice exam is free. You just have to pay some money to AWS for the server as long as it is up and running. And for this exam, they only give one question, and you have to give your best to that question, to that scenario. And even though the desired output is not matching with your output, still they might consider. They will review thoroughly, and if everything looks good, if there is some minute mistake somewhere, still they might pass you the exam. Okay, So it's again theory based. There will be only one scenario as per my knowledge. I didn't give this certification, but as per the knowledge based on the information provided by the exam takers, there will be only one scenario, and you have to execute that scenario within 2 hours time. Okay, but I don't recommend this certification unless it is sponsored by company, because Java is not very highly relevant in the big data space. It's a little bit outdated. That is the reason why this certification is discontinued in Cloudera. Okay, so that is about HDPCA and HDPCD Java, and then I will cover HDPCD Certified Developer. This is one of the good exams until Spark came into picture, which will cover multiple skills within within big data ecosystem. Okay, and this is also a scenario based exam. All Hortonworks exams are scenario based except for that HCA, the first exam which I have covered. Except that all are scenario based. Okay, in this they give 7 questions and you have to get 5 correct. And here also they provide practice exam, and let's see the objectives real quick. Here it is, exam objectives. So there is a statement made by our question. Actually, nowadays Scala is more implemented compared to Java. I will answer that in a moment. Exam objectives. So if you click on exam objectives, it will explain what all things are required. For data ingestion, it tests about scoop import, and then scoop export, setting up Flume with memory channel, and then with respect to data transformation, they emphasize on pig. So this is all related to pig. And then for data analysis, they test Hive. So it primarily tests Hive, pig, and scoop, as well as Flume. Flume is less relevant compared to other. So these 4 technologies will be covered based on scenarios. And one thing you need to keep in mind while giving this exam is there will be dependency between one question and the other. So if you fail to answer at least 3 questions, up to 3 questions can be interrelated. So if you did something wrong in the first question, and if second and third questions are dependent on first question, then you will be most likely all the 3 questions will be marked as incorrect. Okay, they actually not only look into the code, they also focus on the output of the code. It has to match with their expected output. Then only they will be able to mark your question as correct. So you have to be extremely careful. Extensive hands-on experience is required. For this also they provide practice exam. Okay, on AWS, and you can get set it up, and you can practice before giving the exam. And again, we have 100% content on this. Let me show you where it is. If you go to the big data certifications, this HDP certifications, HDP certified developer no Java, which have 79 videos, is the playlist to clear the HDPCD certification. And then we have HDPCD Spark, which is the latest one, which covers Spark. So they will give again 7 scenarios for this exam, and you have to choose a programming language. It could be Scala or Python. Okay, and then you have to implement whatever scenarios they give using the programming language of your choice. Okay, and here are the exam objectives. They cover core Spark and Spark SQL. Both are covered as part of this, and then you can you have to learn all those things before giving this exam, and you can choose either Python or Scala as programming language, and then you can give the you can answer the questions. Okay, so these are the objectives, and if you see, there is no practice exam for this. So the reason why I used to like Hortonworks is because one, the questions will be scenario based, and they used to give practice exam for all of their exams. This is the first exam where they didn't give the practice exam for us. So we might have so many surprises when you actually get into the exam. If there is a practice exam, it will sort out most of the infrastructural issues, and it will give us a little bit of confidence while giving the certification. So you have to be a little bit extra careful and make sure what you might have to face at the time you give the exam, and it's better to be prepared with that. Okay, and now coming back to our question, which certification we have to give. So if it is the first certification, and if there is no and if it is open for you, you can choose the certification as a developer. Then I will recommend CCA, Spark, and Hadoop developer, because CCA, Spark, and Hadoop developer covers Spark, it covers Scoop, it covers Hive, it covers Flume. Okay, so you will get multiple technologies hands-on, and there will be 10 questions. You have to get 7 of them correct. Okay, that will be my recommendation if you have to give first certification in big data without any pressure from your boss. If you are already certified in some of the certifications, for example, if we go to the list of certifications here, we have 3 different certifications which are well recognized in the industry. Java is outdated, so I don't recommend to go with Java unless there is a pressure from your boss. If you are already HDP certified developer, or if you have previous certification from some other vendor which will cover all the topics except for Spark, then I would recommend to go for this, so that you gain necessary skills with respect to Spark, because this is a lot more in depth with respect to Spark compared to CCA. CCA, they just scratch the surface on Spark, but you will get to know a lot of programming and all those things with respect to Spark, but they don't go into too much depth. And also the version they test actually is a little bit old. So if you already have one certification earlier, and if you have to give the second certification for whatever reason, I would recommend HDP CD Spark. And also, if you are already HDP CD or HDP certified developer, I will recommend you to go for HDP CD Spark, so that Spark is covered, and also some of the other skills with respect to big data are covered as part of your certifications. Then if you a lot of guys ask me whether they want they should give CCP data engineer certification. I don't recommend that. One certification with Spark is more than enough than anything else with respect to big data development. So that concludes about overview of our certifications. As part of the last session, we have covered about CCA, Spark, and Hadoop developer, CCA data analyst, CCP data engineer, which are developer certifications from Cloudera, and CCAH, which is administrator certification from Cloudera. Today we have covered all of these Hortonworks certifications. From next session, which is after 15 days, means this session goes alternative Mondays. I will start coming up with a 2-week plan where you have to go through those things at the minimum if you have to clear the certification within 2 to 3 months, and then we will take it from there. Okay, that being said, let me take some questions first on WebEx, then I will go to YouTube live. So the first question is from Kiran. Nowadays Scala is more implemented compared to Java. No, that statement is not correct. Still Java is a lot more relevant than Scala when it comes to application development. But when it comes to big data, you should not see big data from application development perspective or enterprise application development perspective, where you use J2E, Spring, etc. This is different. You should think from data processing or analytics perspective. Here, the object-oriented concepts and the frameworks around the object-oriented are not that relevant, and data processing is a lot more relevant. If you have to use Java for data processing, you have to write a huge amount of code. There are so many reusable modules in the data processing arena. And also, if you have to extend those things, using programming languages like Scala or Python is a lot more easier compared to Java. So from big data perspective, Java is less relevant. Again, there are technologies such as Cassandra, HBase, etc., which comes under big data, but they are different. They are NoSQL databases, and as a Java developer, you should consider those also as databases, and you should be familiar about how to connect to those databases and store the data. Still, Java is relevant in those areas such as HBase, Cassandra, etc. But when it comes to big data analytics and data processing, Java is very less relevant compared to other tools that are available. Even if you have to program, better to go with programming languages like Scala or Python. I hope that answered my question, Kiran. So the next question is from Lam. The next question is from Ram. If we thoroughly prepare for CCAH 500, is that enough to clear HDPCA also? No, CCAH is a purely objective type of question. You can actually get material from multiple sources, mug up and clear the certification, CCAH. Whereas HDPCA, it's completely scenario based and hands-on, and you have to set up the cluster of Hortonworks. Even after CCAH, at least using practice exam, you should try completing those scenarios, and then only you will be able to clear the HDPCA exam. So Trupti is asking very first certification, which is best, CCA 175 or Hortonworks certification. I would recommend CCA 175 as a developer. Shashi, I would this is my first day. Are you teaching live course for these certifications? Yes, I am teaching a live course. It just started, and it actually runs between 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. India time, 5 days a week, weekdays, Monday to Friday. If you are in US, this timing might not be relevant for might not be possible for you. It's a 40-session live course, and there will be exercises and 3 certifications. Curriculum relevant to 3 certifications are covered, so that you can choose whatever certification you want to give. After these 40 sessions, you can give one of those certifications and clear any of those things. Okay, the reason why I am covering clubbing multiple certifications is that one certification will actually test Spark in detail. Other certification will actually test in Hive in detail. You should have Hive, even though you don't give the certification which will cover Hive in detail, you should have in-depth knowledge on Hive to clear the interviews or to work on the projects. For that reason, I'm clubbing multiple certifications as part of one curriculum to cover all the relevant topics, and along with exercises. And after 40 sessions, you will be able to clear the certification. I am not planning any weekend courses because scaling up on weekend with working professionals is really challenging. That's why we have self-paced approach, which is free. Self-paced is absolutely free. These live sessions, which I'm talking about, 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. have a price. This self-paced approach is free. There will be bi-weekly live session on certifications, and then I will give exercises. You will have the content for your reference. You just follow the content, try to clear the try to complete the exercises. If you have any questions, use our forums, and we will try to help you as quickly as possible to complete those exercises within the 2 weeks time frame. And then there will be a continuity in that, and you will be able to prepare for certification within 2-3 months, and you will be able to clear the certification. Okay, so that is our second approach. Weekends, I am only thinking about workshops in India. Once in every 2 months, we will conduct a live workshop for 30-40 people on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And again, it will be paid live session. Okay. So yeah, now let me go back to YouTube Live before I take any other questions on WebEx. Someone from someone, I'm getting a little bit of noise. Can you go on to mute? Yes, Shashi, you should be able to complete. If you go through all those demos, practice on my lab, it should be sufficient. Okay, so now let me take these questions from YouTube Live. Kalpesh is asking, adding nodes to cluster using Ambari. So what is the question? I didn't get that. Yeah, correct. So when it comes to HDPCA exam, they will ask you the question about adding nodes to cluster using Ambari. And Shayan, how long Hortonworks supports each certification means how long will be validity? Any certification is typically valid for 2 years. After that, you have to renew your certification by giving, I think, a new version of their exam. When is your next batch on Hadoop administration? For Hadoop administration, I am not planning for live sessions because it will be very expensive for both candidate and for me to run live batches for Hadoop administration. For that reason, we are coming up with a unique approach where we give you a server for 1 month with 24/7 support, and we will be charging $500 per month. And we will have material in the form of courses for Cloudera, Hortonworks, with all the important topics with hands-on approach. You just have to go through the courses, start setting up the cluster, and if you have any questions, we will support immediately. Within 1 month, we will make sure that if you complete the course, we will make sure that you are hands-on, you gain enough hands-on expertise on that, and for that support and the infrastructure provided, we will be charging $500 per month. Content, it's free. If you have a server, you can go to the content and you can practice, and if you have any questions, you can raise that on our forums, and we will be providing answers to you. Are you providing the playlist for the online course you just mentioned? Yes, for most of the stuff, whatever I do, I will deploy it on YouTube, and you will get all the content over there. Even the 2:30 to 4:30 sessions, which it might change from tomorrow to 10:30 to 12:30. We have not finalized yet. Either it will go between 2:30 to 4:30 or 10:30 to 12:30. And it will be streamed online, but I will not be responding to your questions in those sessions. You can listen, you can practice after that, but I will not be available to take your questions if you just join using YouTube Live. All the classes will be streamed to YouTube, whatever I am taking. So that being said, there are a few questions on WebEx. Let me take those things. What should be way forward once we clear any developer certifications? So I primarily focus on skill development, okay, or skill enhancement, or continuous learning to learn new technologies. We are not into staffing or providing placements extensively. At times, I will provide references, or I will, if one of hiring manager reached out to me, I will just post on my forum and LinkedIn saying that there is an open position, contact that person. But we don't provide anything beyond this training. Okay, it's up to you. You have to explore the market. I will give you enough tips to do the market analysis, apply for the job, and go on to the job. In 2019, we are venturing into staffing. Until then, we are purely training. It's up to you to decide whether to what type of value you will get by clearing these certifications and how it will help you in job hunt. You have to do that analysis. From learning perspective, preparing with context of preparing within the context of certification will narrow your scope and make you focus to learn something. If you don't go to the certification content, you will be pulled in all the directions. And the only reason why I'm creating content based on certifications is to define that scope and make sure you gain confidence in clearing the certifications or facing the interviews if you are shortlisted for the interview. So Trupti's question is, 40 session course, will it be available on YouTube for free or paid? The streaming will be free. Only thing is, if you have to be part of that session to get the questions answered, you have to pay. It's 20,000 rupees. So it has two modules, two independent modules. One is Scala and Spark workshop, which will go for 20 hours. And the other one is rest of the topics, which will go for 60 hours. Okay, if you want to attend the entire session, it will be 20,000 rupees, which include 3 months of lab access. If you already paid, you will be refunded with, if you already subscribed to the lab, you will be refunding or we will be deducting that amount from the course fee. And also for Spark and Scala workshop, you will get 3 month lab access and the cost is 10,000 rupees. But if you want to just watch on YouTube, it's free, you can watch. But sometimes there might be some challenges where I will not be able to support. For example, sometimes it could be my error on my side, it could be error on YouTube side. Sometimes when I actually launch these YouTube sessions, people might not be here and I will not come to know because the light shot will be off. And hence I will not be able to know whether you are listening or not also. Okay, so only those things. It happens once in 50 sessions, not very regular. Most of my sessions are pretty seamless without any issues. But once in 50-60 sessions, there will be some technical glitches. I will try to reshoot that video, but if I could not, then you will miss that. That's the only caveat with YouTube Live. Otherwise, it is free. And also we will be supporting you at the same level the way we are supporting the paid guys also, paid guys as well. Okay, so that being said, we are almost at the end of the session. Okay, not a problem. We most likely it will change to 10:30 to 12:30, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30. Either tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Probably it might be feasible for you, or you can attend our free session. You can clarify any of your doubts in this session. Try self-paced. Probably it might be suffice for you if you are if you are experienced professional. Raghu is asking, do we have a special batch for MS student? Yes. So every alternative week, the workshop is for big data certification. At the same time, we have a workshop for students. So let me share the link with you. You just fill that and you will be added to the WebEx session where you can attend the students you will be notified for the students session. It will be at the same time. Alternative weeks I will be running big data certifications, and alternative weeks I will be running free sessions for students. And it's free for him. He's more than welcome to join this session, and I will be supporting him. Okay. So any other question? We are almost done. I can take only one more question. If not, we will wrap up. People who are on YouTube, if you like this session, please click on like. If you are active on YouTube or LinkedIn, please share your this link on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter, wherever you are active, so that more and more people know about this. And also, as I have mentioned to you, if you want to know more about if you want to know more about the lab and our training platforms, this is the blog which you have to go through. It will give overview about all the tools that will be deployed or that are deployed on the lab. When you go here, here also there are share buttons. Please click on this and share with share it on your social networking platform, so that it will give some traction to my efforts, making the learning as simple as possible and as affordable as possible for a vast array of IT professionals. That being said, thank you. Bye. Okay, so sorry, Trupti, if you are still there, where is the 40 session course information? Just send me email at training@itversity.com and I will get back to you.